Hey, family. It says I am live. It says I am live. First, I just want to thank each and every one of you for all of the birthday wishes. I can tell you that when I got in my bed the night of my birthday, I was so overwhelmed. I had been checking in all day while I was out and about and trying to hit love and on each post, and I still haven't gotten to all of them. But I wanted to just personally thank you for your loving kindness towards me, because you don't have to be nice to me. You don't have to be good to me. Um, you didn't have to shout me out, but you did. You said happy birthday, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all of the love and kindness that you guys have shown to me on Facebook and otherwise, phone calls, text messages, and all that. uh, I am going to. I want to just share this in my group so they can watch along with us. Yeah, that part. That part. How do you know that you have met the right one? I'm trying to give people time to get on the post. Um, Hold on a second to cut my phone volume down, because it is surely raining while I'm in the middle of this. That's what it does. That's what it does. But yeah, how do you know when you met the right one, when you found the right one? Hey, I see y'all watching. I see y'all watching. Say hello, say hello, say hello. How do you know when you found the right one? How do you know that? Okay, so generally what happens is that you have butterflies in your stomach, and there's something special about them and all this other wonderful stuff. You know how we get down, like when you meet somebody and they kind of knock you off your feet. It kind of takes you to a whole nother level, right? And so I want to talk about, how do you know if you've met the right one? Because like you can meet somebody and you can have good chemistry and you can have a connection, y'all vibe and the vibe is right, everything seems good. But how do you know that you met? Hey sis, I see you. I see you. um yeah, but how do you know? How do you know that you've met the right person for you? Well, first of all, we got to get out of the house, because the truth is, the UPS man is not going to break into your house. And can I tell you that, coming from a homebody like myself, is on a whole different level, because I stay in the house. I literally like stay in the house. Like, how you going to be somebody wonderful and amazing if you stay in the house, right? It doesn't work like that. So that's the first thing. We want to get out of the house. And I love you too, sis. I love you too. You want to get out of the house and you want to put yourself in a position to meet somebody nice. I don't care if you're going to a museum. I don't care if you're going out to dinner in a different city. I don't care. Like, you got to get out of the house. If you're going to meet somebody, let's start there. You got to get out of the house and you got to kind of put yourself out there. Go and take up a new hobby or whatever, right? Something that you always wanted to do. Take a painting class, a drawing class, whatever. But get out of the house, because that's the only way you're going to meet somebody. I mean, let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Last time I checked, United States Postal Man is not going to break in your house to date you. He's not going to do it. I mean, it might happen, but it might not, right? But this is not just for my sisters. This is also for my brothers, because I believe that my brothers, in all honesty, I believe that my brothers struggle with meeting good women too. And they're frustrated. And I think everybody is frustrated and they don't know what they gonna do, right? Women are catching flights and not feelings, and men are like, these women, that kind of thing. And we want to stop that. We want to stop that. We want to meet. I don't believe that it's good for man or woman to be alone. I really, really don't. I mean, women actually live longer when they're not in relationships, but that's a whole nother talk show for another day. But I want to get back to making sure that you're ready, you're mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready to meet someone, right? And of course, you know you're not going to meet them in your house. I don't need to say that 17 more times. You're not going to do that. But how do you know once you begin to date if you've met the right one? I know we all get butterflies when we first meet somebody. You know, you get butterflies. That's what it is, right? Um, you get butterflies and you feel a particular way um, because you met them, and your stomach begins to flutter every time you see them. You think, like, this person has got to be the person for me. Um, but butterflies is not how you know whether or not they are the one for you. That is not how you know. Because butterflies are not a clear indication that that person is the right person for you, male or female, right? So, how do you know? Sometimes you have to trust your gut because you don't have, say hello, say hello. I see y'all watching. Sometimes you have to trust your gut because it feels good and it feels right. And sometimes you will trust your gut, right? But if you're going to be perfectly honest, you have to have a core idea of what it is that you want and you need for your life. There are some, I noticed a friend of mine's cousin had made a decision, I don't know how many years ago, I'm going back 40 years, maybe 30 something years, that she was going to date and marry a basketball player, somebody who played for the NBA. And she did. She literally met somebody who played for the NBA. She had a clear idea, even back then when we were young and she was young. She had a clear idea of who she wanted to marry and who she wanted to be with. She wanted an NBA player and she got married to an NBA player, right? And I know it's not as easy and as simple as saying that, but it is as simple as knowing what it is that you want. And that's what's important. Because if there's chemistry and connection, but no direction, where are you going? Right? If you can talk about anything and you want your best friend in your life, you want somebody who understands you and somebody that you can connect to, you still have to have direction. You still have to know what it is that you want. It's one thing to be on the phone laid up and having conversations all night, and 3 and 4 times a day. But if you're not going anywhere, then what is the point? What is the point? So, how do you know that you met the right one? How do you know that, right? They don't bring you drama. That's the first thing. That's one of the first clues. When you get with them, it's as easy as Sunday morning. It doesn't mean that they don't have drama in their lives or that you don't have drama in yours, but you protect and cover each other from that, right? And I don't mean hiding your life. I mean that you put things in place so that there is no confusion, right? That comes into your relationship. I can honestly tell you that when my children were still small and still at home, I didn't bring nobody in my house that I was dating. Nobody. Because what we had outside, and what I brought into my home was my homeboys, that I was cool with from work. They would stop by. Hey, Kim. It wasn't no drama. I didn't have any drama from my household, anything leaking into my outside relationship. I kept it where it needed to be, right? And this is after I separated from my husband. But there you go, right? I didn't bring any drama into my home. And if there was something going on in my life, there was a discussion that you can have, that I had, about what was going on in my life personally, right? But the truth of the matter is, and this is what it is, if the person is bringing you drama, a lot of drama, and you're at the stage in the place in your life where you want peace, then they're probably not the person for you, unless you yourself love drama. There are some people who love it. I'm in recovery from drama, you see. I used to create it. I would either be going into it or coming out of it. That is no more. But when I was younger, that's how I lived. I always had to have something going on, or it was always something going on, right? But at the stage and the place that I am in my life right now, drama, no, want none of that. I want peace, harmony, joy, all the things, all of the good and positive energy I want. That doesn't mean that if I meet somebody that they won't have some things going on in their lives. I don't want to get it twisted, because here's the thing, and I need you all to be clear. Here's the thing. if you have if they have some things going on, like their parents could be sick, that can look like drama. um it can look like if they have, almost adult children, like 19, 20 years old, but the kids are, a little wayward. That can look like drama. That doesn't necessarily have to affect the relationship that you're going to have. So I don't mean that there's nothing going on in their lives. I'm telling you that there's a way to keep things kind of compartmentalized until you make a decision if this one is the right one for you, right? So if they're bringing you drama, if they got their baby mama calling your house, their kids is grown. I'm talking to women right now. Their kids is almost grown, but she calling him every other day, and then she calling you out your name, that's drama. Nobody wants to be a part of that. You need to get your business straightened out, sir. And for women who got a lot of drama with their kids, and because we are the primary caregivers most of the time, 90% of the time. If there's drama with your kids, get your business straightened out. Get your business straightened out, because you don't want to bring anybody drama, because you don't want anybody bringing you drama, unless, of course, you really like that. And there are some people who love to stay in the midst of stuff. That just happens to not be my testimony. The other thing is, because I myself am in recovery, I'm like at Drama Anonymous right now. Because I used to be in drama, it's not hard for me to go back to that place. So again, I'm saying this because I think that this is important. You have to understand what you want. You have to have clarity around what you need for your life, right? So that you don't find yourself constantly in the same place with a different person all the time, right? So there needs to be a checkup from the neck up, right? You need to understand what you need, what you want, and how you want to live your life, period, right? In order for you to have what it is that you say that you want. And when you're clear about what it is that you want and you need, you will meet somebody. And at least when you meet them, you will know, because you're clear whether or not that person is the right one for you. It only comes with clarity. It only comes with clarity, right? When you feel safe with that person, when you feel safe with that person, when you are talking to them, it's not just chemistry, it's not just comfort. I feel safe with them. I feel like y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all ain't saying hello. I see y'all watching, but y'all ain't saying hello. Say hello. Stop playing. Y'all play too much. Um, when you're clear about where it is that you want to be, and you meet somebody that also has a clear vision of where they want to be, and hey, Tony, I see you, boo boo. I see you. Hey, sissy. I'm going to see you tomorrow night, hopefully, at the forum. When you meet somebody and you're clear and they're clear, and then you have an idea of the direction that you want your life to go in, and you got chemistry and you got a connection and clarity, you got the formula for meeting the right person and knowing when the right person is in front of you. It's not just butterflies. It is a conscious knowing who that person is, right? It's a conscious knowing of who you are, so that you don't, make the egregious mistakes of the past. No, I'm clear now. I've been working on my healing. I've been working on getting to where I need to be. And the rest of this I have to work out in a relationship, right? So when you know and you have a shared vision, you have shared goals for a future, you probably have met the right one. When you know what you want and they know what they want, you're on to something, I promise. And then if you set your intention to be all that you know how to be for the person who is the right one for you, you're definitely in the right space. I'm telling you. I'm not like, it's your intentions. It's the comfort level that you have when you feel safe, right? And this is for both men and women. Men be like, I don't need to be safe, but they do. It's just different from a woman's safety, right? And so when you feel safe, when you feel like you can allow yourself to be vulnerable with them, you can laugh about anything and you can cry about anything. And you feel like that person has got your back because they support you and they encourage you and they're always there for you, right? You probably have met the right one. When you can feel like you can be open and honest about how you feel and you don't have to hide it, right? You can show up being authentically who you are without feeling like, oh my God, that kind of thing. It is important for both men and women to be in relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you really don't know what you're made out of until you are in a loving relationship and things get hard. And when things begin to get hard, you begin to see if you got the muscle to get through this. And a lot of times people quit. They throw up their hands and they walk away. Hey, Yana, I see you, my love. I see you, sissy. Yeah. People don't have the muscle, the spiritual muscle, the mental and emotional muscle sometimes to hang in there. So what they do, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of the times, is they walk away if things get a little hard. Well, relationships show you who you are. And I know, you like, no, they showed me who they was. Like, I hear you. But if your picker is off or broke, then you might want to go back and revisit and sit in what you really need for yourself and no longer entertain people that are not in alignment with where you are and what you want and need for your life. And that's the truth, right? Because I know my picker was really broke. What if it's one-sided? What if it's one-sided? If it's one-sided, then it is not the relationship that you need to be in. Because reciprocity is always in order. Here's the thing, even God wants you to go back. Hey, Russ, thank you. I love you, brother. I love you. You missed my party, but I forgive you because it was your anniversary weekend. Reciprocity is always in order. And that's the truth. I don't want to be with anybody who doesn't return love back to me. And even God wants reciprocity, right? He ain't gonna, no, I know, brother. It's all good. I love you. I love you. So he loves us first, right? God loves us first, right? And that's the only reason why we love him back. That's the only reason why we love him back. Because he loved us first. Because all our flaws, everything, he knew everything we was going to do, all the mistakes he was going to make and all that. And he loved us through it. And he loved us through it. And we still are the apple of his eye, flawed, broken, toe up, all that. We still the apple of his eye. He's still protecting us and keeping us every day. But the point I was trying to get to is one-sided is no relationship at all. If it's one-sided, what are you doing with it? Right? And I'm not talking to married folks. I'm talking to single folks, because there's a whole nother thing I would tell my married sisters and brothers on this line. I promise you it is. Right? But that particular thing is for my single folks. Why do we, and this is real talk, I'm sidebarring for a second. Why do we want less than we deserve? Why do we do that? I've done that. I've done that. Hey, Eric, how are you? Yes, you caught me. Yes. Why do we accept less than we deserve? Who told you? Who told you that that was all that there is when there's so much more? Who told you that? Oh, Glenn, I know. Okay, got you. All right, got you. Got you, got you, got you. I have a tendency to call you what you got on Facebook because other people be listening. So yeah, and watching. But yeah, what? And I'm only speaking from my personal experiences. There was a time that I thought myself not worthy, and if all I ever saw is dysfunction, dysfunction became the bar. And I thought, like, just to have somebody, it didn't matter if we was dysfunctional and killing each other and, and arguing and fighting and stuff like that. But I've learned that there's a better way and there's so much more out here for me, right? I was dealing with people that didn't give a crap about me, and I want to say in my youth, but my youth was like 15 to 22, right? After that, what was the problem? I was still a young woman at the time, but why would you deal with something, Kim? And that was my question to myself. Why is that acceptable? Why is that okay? Oh, I got you. I see, Glenn. Okay, I see. Why would I accept that? What did I think about myself? Why was that enough for me? Right? And I did it. I don't sit high on no, like, oh yeah, I got it going. No, no. I have believed that people love me, and I don't know why I believed it because I didn't love myself. I don't know why I believed that. But it was me just, trying to get in, I guess, where I fit in. That is unacceptable today. Today I need reciprocity. And I want to pour back into my husband just as much as he pours into me, if not more. I want to try to beat him giving, I promise you. And that may not make a lot of sense to a lot of people because some people get stuck and they in the world mindset. But no, I want to be his peace. I want to pour back into him everything that he's pouring into me. And I think that's how relationships should be. But that is my mindset. So if there's no reciprocity, then what are we talking about here? What are we talking? A friend of mine said to me the other day, why do I always got to be the first one to apologize or go to the person and say something? I said, because sometimes you have to be that person. It doesn't matter as long as you get to the end result that you want. Who said what and when they said it? If I love you, I love you. And I'm going to tell you that I love you because I think that that is important. Even if I'm mad at you, I can still love you. Even if you hurt me, I can still love you. Well, why do I have to always apologize when they did something? It doesn't matter who did it. Walk in your truth. Honor how you feel, right? Nobody can ever hurt you. Nobody can ever hurt you if, and in fact, you are honest, you are real about how you feel. You can never be hurt. And that's the truth. Like what they do with the information you give them or the apologies or whatever it is, reconciling, trying to reconcile something, whatever they do with that, that's on them. But your heart is in the right place. You continue to be amazing and be who you are in spite of who they are, in spite of what they've done. And you keep walking and you keep your head up and you keep doing the thing that you ought to do. Right? And so like that doesn't mean you stay with them though, right? Or you're constantly around them. It doesn't mean that. I'm just saying, just keep being amazing. Just keep being amazing. And you will find out for real, and I really mean this, That when you operate in that, your energy shifts. And then people start noticing how amazing and wonderful you are in spite of what other people have done. Just keep being you and keep honoring you and keep honoring how you feel and who you want to be. And everything else works itself out. And that's the truth, no matter who they're being. The other thing is to know if you've met the right one is, of course, you share similar values. Of course, you share similar goals and visions for your life. And you know that because you're having these awesome conversations, because you have chemistry and connection and you're communicating how you feel. And now you see that you and that person are on the same page. Again, this is for both men and women. Because there's a lot of hurt men out here that are not getting, that they don't have people to really love them, and they've stopped trying. They have stopped trying. They say, I'm done. I'm over it. I don't even want to be bothered. Who have altogether given up. When they are at their worst and you can still deal with them, then you probably have met the right one. When they are at their absolute worst, right? Hey, Kwan, I see you, my love, my beautiful niece. I love you. Auntie loves you. Um, yeah, when you can deal with them at their absolute worst, you're probably with the right one. And you don't lose any respect, and you don't lose, they're not yelling, screaming. And if they are, you say, babe, this is not about us. And I know you having a moment, have your moment, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this. And you can still deal with them. They're probably the one for you. But my number one tell, and knowing if somebody is the one for you, is because you have a real friendship. They support you. They don't talk bad about you behind your back. They cover you. They pray for you. They are intentional with you. You don't have to ask questions because they volunteer information because they want you to know. They don't ever want you in the dark about anything in any portion of their lives. So the reality of the situation is, when you think about that. You're not a person that's not withholding anything from you. It's probably the right one for you. They're your friend. And they got your back, and you know they got your back. Because when you're with them, you feel safe. You feel safe. You feel loved. You feel cherished, respected. And you're not running around here in the dark about how you fit into their lives. And a lot of men don't know that. They don't know that. That's why a lot of women be off the rails with them and yelling and feeling all unworthy and giving them the business, right? The reason why is because she doesn't feel safe, because there's no communication. Men don't say stuff. They don't say nothing. They watch, right? But the reality of the situation is when someone really, truly, genuinely cares for you, they don't want to keep you in the dark. They want you out in front in the open. They're going to have hard conversations with you. When they're your friend, even through whatever it is that you've been through, you can work through it and you can come back. And the reality of the situation is that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants support and encouragement and someone to love them in spite of. Everybody wants that. So yeah, you probably met the right one. If you and them have a good friendship in addition to a regular relationship, in addition to, and it's so dope, and it feels so good, and it feels right when you can talk about anything, when you have love and support and respect. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, I'm about to jump off. I just wanted to jump on. And the last thing I'm going to say is meet me at the Nautical Mile. Wait, I got one more thing. Meet me at the Nautical Mile tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at Jeremy's Ale House. The Emotions Forum is going down. The last thing I'm going to say, and I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Trust your gut. Don't listen to what your friends and all of these people in the world are telling you about your relationship. Get to the point that you trust yourself enough to make a firm decision on whether or not this person is the right one for you. I say that because so many people will lead you astray. They will tell you what they would do. They would tell you all of this stuff. And it's the people who love you is sometimes your friends, but they don't have anybody in their lives. And so they're going to say, oh, they might nitpick your person to death. Everything they did, everything they said. Why is he quiet? Why he not talking to us? Oh, he seemed to be antisocial. Oh, blah, 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 blah. You understand? It's a lot of stuff that goes on. Don't listen to anybody. Trust your gut. Trust what you know is your truth. Trust the way that they make you feel. Trust the facts of them being supportive and kind and loving and encouraging towards you, right? Who a person used to be is not who they are now, and I'm a living testimony to that. I used to be off the chain. I still have it in me. Not saying I'm not at times, because I definitely am. But what I am saying is that the person I used to be 10 years ago, I'm not even the person I was 5 years ago. I mean, she's still in there. But trust your gut. Trust what you know is your truth. Trust what you know you want for your life. And even if it seems too good to be true, stand on what you see in front of you and don't run away because it's unfamiliar, because what you're used to is dysfunction. And you finally met somebody that's checking all of the boxes. And I know money, I was like, oh, he got to have money. Money is a tool. Money is a tool. A person can buy you anything in the world and still treat you like a piece of dirt, trash, and buy you anything. Oh, I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to take you to, to Bora Bora. What difference do it make if they treating you like garbage? If I keep harping on this money thing, and I'm telling you, it's character and integrity that is the foundation of what you're going to build with someone. And if you met someone who has good character, integrity, and they carry themselves, loves the Lord, right? Come on here now. Those are the quality ingredients that make a great relationship. And the piece de resistance is that y'all are friends. And you genuinely care about each other. So even when you're getting on each other's nerve, that's still your friend. That's still your best friend. Those are some of the things that we should look for and can tell you if you've met the right one for you. Period. Look, y'all have an awesome and amazing night. I love y'all like cook food. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the Emotions Forum on the Mile. I love y'all. I'm out.